Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2024 VenBilliards WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championship and 2024 Challenge of Champions Puerto Rico, presented by Medalla Light. We are
That was a beautiful shot.
And Cheska CENTENO is your 2023 Women's World 10-Ball Champion.
And welcome everyone to Puerto Rico from all around the world. Predator Pro Billiards Series presents the 2024 VenBilliards Corporation WPA Women's World 10-Ball Championship. 48 players started out their quest for this $175,000 prize fund, $50,000 to the winner, and it's down to the final 16. And what a match we have, a complete Filipino exhibition here. These two have met before and they are best of friends, and it's Cheska CENTENO and Rubalin AMIT. This is George Teachea in the booth with Tim de Reuter, and your presiding referee is Eva Poskosilova from the Czech Republic. This is
very good evening, I believe it is, right? No, not yet. It's afternoon.
It's
afternoon. Very good afternoon, everybody. Good to be here again. This will be a great match. They met each other in the World 9-Ball Championships in the last 16 as well, a couple months ago. So in that match, Rubalin beat Cheska. So I'm just wondering, can Cheska take revenge here?
Well, good question. The last 3 times they've met, in 2022 at the Asian Women's 9-Ball, Rubalin won. And of course, in the last World 9-Ball, again, Rubalin won. And then in the Japan Open, she won that in 2019. So she has a habit of defeating the Flash from time to time. This is going to be single elimination now that we're in the final 16. Best of 5 sets. Each set is a race to 4. If tied at 3-3 in the deciding set, the shootout determines the winner. Rubalin to break and has broken. Timmy, break down the action here for us.
Yeah, nice break. Perfect 1-ball in the side. Just no future on the 2-ball if you look at that cluster in the top left. The 3-ball is locked up by 10, and the 5 is difficult to get to, so I do expect a lot of safety play this game, and possible 3 fouls as well.
So would you think that would lean towards Rubalin's advantage, the tactical play that we may expect here in this match?
Well, from what I've seen in the last couple of years from Cheska, she is quite aggressive, and with this format, especially with the hand rack, there's always going to be more clusters on the table, so I think it's more of a moving game than more of a aggressive shooting game. So I think Rubalin does have the upper hand a little bit in this battle because of that.
Keep in mind that, you know, losing to your idol more than likely, because in 2015, when when Cheska was playing juniors out of the Philippines, Rubelin had already won this championship 2 times, once in 2009 and once in 2013. So that's got to weigh heavy on the young lady's mind. The admiration she must have for Rubelin.
Well, beautiful hit there. Don't think she has left. Well, she might have left something on the 2. I just don't think there is any future on the 3 ball. Can you... I'm looking for something of a safety. Making the 2 was okay. Is she able to bank the 3? Don't think so. The 8 might be in the way. Bring the cue ball 1 rail behind the 4 might be her best option.
To just bring the 3 ball to the bottom rail and the cue ball up by the 4. That's exactly where she's gone, Tim.
Yeah, I could have also pushed it thick, the 3 near the 5 and the cue ball behind the 4, 1 rail. But she's got the hook. This is nice too. Just gotta make sure she doesn't leave something easy to open up the 5-9.
We do have Rubelin at the table now. Probably bringing the cue ball around toward the 5. Using the 8-10.
Yeah, I think to get the cue ball with the 5, I think the 3 would not stay with the short rail. But she did. I think she did get most of the 3 ball covered. And the main objective for Rubelin, I think, is to make sure Cheska doesn't catch a gear, like doesn't really catch the stroke of the table, the feel of the table. So the more of these kind of shots Cheska has to play, I do remember she does get a little bit impatient also at times. I remember this from some other match where she was wanting to go so bad. So, yeah, so far this rack is developing nicely for Rubelin.
Sure is, and so has the control at the table. Cheska is, though, she is your defending champion here in the World 10-Ball Championships. What a match she played last year in Austria versus Alison Fisher. I just can't get that one out of my mind. Livia Zaluska, 2-0, and Tani Miniav, 2-0. Zaluska from Poland and Tani from Japan. Cheska, on the other hand, had a loss, but she defeated Silviana Liu and then lost to Hanyu in straight sets in both, and then had a tough match with Anita Ganjaya. Went 2 sets to 1. Go ahead, Tim. Got it.
Well, I was just gonna say, Rubelin scratched there, took her eye off the shot and scratched the cube on the side. You see, this is quite aggressive for, well, any player, I would say. Like, I did like how she was trying to open up the 4, but this cut, and also if you look at the cue ball, she really didn't get any shape on the 6. So maybe some early nerves. Maybe it's just Rubelin, yeah, slightly outmoving Cheska.
Well, that shot to me is kind of reminiscent of someone playing. You know how we all have that player that just you don't seem to perform well against? And this could be the case here, because I thought she was going to bank that ball. And she went for the cut, and because the cut had no future, as you mentioned, Tim. There was no real position to it. Yeah, sure, it laid nice.
Yeah, and this is exactly what I mean. If Rubelin keeps doing this, it's gonna be very frustrating for Cheska, because she really just likes to go, and whenever the balls keep going in her favor, then she is unbelievably dangerous.
You know, as you mentioned, Rubelin knows that, and so does Cheska. So now it's a matter of which one handles it better. And will Rubelin stick to the plan? This is going to sell out. Oh, maybe not. I thought it was going to come all the way over to the pocket.
Yeah, caught a little roll there. Of course, it didn't really get safe, but it's not horrible. Is she looking at a cut? That would be quite a big cut.
She's just going to play safe behind the 10.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what she came over for to look at. This one is not fully hooked though, so could expect a nice return from Cheska. Similar shot to which Rubelin played, but now this time no jump cue available.
She's calling it. I like this. I like this kick. If she hits it with just a little bit of speed, if she hits it full and goes towards the pocket, it could bounce off the bottom rail and move up like this and move up for a safety. What a nice shot. Did she get cover with a 10?
Well, she could have played it like a little softer version, but I believe she did get... Oh, no, she... Did she not? It looks like it does. No, she's left it on. I thought it was a really good try, though. Just a little bit too firm. So...
Yeah, by an inch. Yeah.
Yeah, not much. So it looks like the first game will go to Cheska. Long safety battle in this opening rack.
Shades of things to come. And as you say, the first game, the opening game, goes to Cheska, which will probably help settle her nerves. And then we're going to get to have fun with this young lady racking the balls as soon as this is over there. And that's Eva Poskosilova from the Czech Republic. Some of these names are so fun to say. But this is a truly international field. We have refs from the EPBF, which is the European Pocket Billiard Federation, and they are from all over the world, well as our players are.
Yeah, so it's a true international competition.
Title sponsor of this event is VenBilliards Corporation, and this is a WPA sanctioned event as it does have a world title attached to it. And we'll go over those sponsors in between games. Right here, we're going to watch Cheska break the balls in a very aggressive break, and Tim breaks down the action for you.
Well, nice square hit. Breaking from the center. Oh, that one ball, almost last ball rolling, just went in. But if you look at the shape on the 2, 3 ball hanging over the corner, this layout is something else, isn't it, George?
This is nice and wide open. See, these are the kind of layouts that if Cheska gets these with her break, she will be very, very dangerous and extremely hard to beat. This rack shouldn't take 2 minutes.
Yeah, the only thing that could go wrong is possibly from the 8 to the 9, a little traveling. But as you mentioned, this is so wide open. This is also her style. Like, she likes to just keep going. She doesn't really want to take breaks. She wants to hit balls non-stop.
You know, you do play pool by the time. You're paying by table time, and she'll get the most for her money if she just pockets balls the whole time. That was meant to be funny.
I
There we go,
appreciate
Tim.
that
Thank
joke.
you.
I
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Courtesy laugh. Courtesy laugh. I love it.
Did she get a funny angle on the 9? Can she still float it in without getting close to the 10? Yeah, easy. Perfect on the 10. This is for 2-0.
Two 0 it is.
Well, I gotta say about the break, she hit it dead square. Plenty of balls were threatening the pocket, but I was wondering, is that her strongest break? Like, is that the most powerful she can break? I think I've seen her break more wild before, right?
She does have a tendency to hit him a little bit harder, but she might have settled into a break. I thought she hit that with a nice pace. She was fortunate to pocket the 1. It looked like it was going to be dry. And then as she was walking by that corner pocket, she kind of begged it, and the 1 ball fell in. And from there, she just took off. So I guess maybe talking to the balls works from time to time, as Ms. Poskosilova racks them up, and Ms. Centeno to break. The young 25-year-old, 773 Fargo versus a 756 Fargo, and the 49-year-old Rubelin Amit. Now, made a ball in the break. What do you do from here, Tim?
This time, not so much future on the 1 ball. Probably would play safe. Can bank the 1 ball into the left part of the 5 and bring the cue ball near the 10 to the bottom short rail. Could also play. Oh, she found the window. Creative shot, but did not get the cover.
And the reigning 9-ball champion comes to bat against the reigning 10-ball champion. We could have another challenge of champions here with these two. It worked. She got behind the 5. And as you mentioned, Tim, this will frustrate Jessica.
Yeah, it's just, it slows the game down a lot. So Jessica, I think, quite sensitive, as she really wants to ride that wave. Of course she wants the 1 ball to be open all the time.
Do you ever have that opponent, Tim, when you're playing someone and they just don't go for much and you're sitting there saying to yourself, go for something. Uh-oh, cue ball. Oh, it's set up. You sit there and you say, go for something. And no, they play safe instead. Can she get the cue ball back to buy the 10?
Yeah, this should be fine. Can even run into the 10 ball. But why play towards the 10 if you can stick it beautiful behind the 9 and the 3?
Well, you know, the general vicinity shot worked very well. But you are quite right. If I could do that, then I'd be playing with them. Yes, please. Oh, will she have cover? No. What a tough shot. As some might say, a tester.
Well, I'm even doubting. Like, I understand you would want to attack, but I might play safe behind the 5. This is not a hanger. This is tough. And not only to make the ball, but the shape as well. She did not get a shot on the 2.
She doesn't have a bank here, I don't believe. The 5 ball's in the way.
She's gonna follow the cue ball behind the 5.
She is biding her time. And this is all, she's going to play her very tactically.
Well, a possible jump carom on the 10. Or to cut the 2 ball in, but I find the cue ball will possibly fly all the way to the top side of the table. She got it quite thick. Now for the viewers at home, the early 10 ball is not a win in this championship, as it's a WPA event.
Yeah, early 10 balls will spot just like any other ball and you continue to shoot. In WPA rules, they are not allowed. The men's Puerto Rico Open, though, it will be win except on the break. The 10 ball. She bided her time and came to the table with an open table, and she is very proficient at capitalizing. I think last year, or when she took that 9-ball championship in September, I think Rubelin just played outstanding, and she's found her pace. I mean, she defeated Han Yu, Centeno, Cho, Siming Chen, the best of the women players in the world, in capturing that 9-ball title. And she did it with ease.
I completely agree. And also what I find interesting is that she has won 3 World Championship titles in different eras, which is not something a lot of players have done.
Very good point. Very good point. As I mentioned earlier, you know, she won in 2009 the 10-ball championship. In 2013, she also played on the winners in the team events with Carlo Biado and Johan Chua, and they won that in Austria. So she's been out and playing again. She took about a 10-year layoff, and she's back at it and playing very well. Cuts the lead in half.
Was a good run out as well. Nice shot on the 2 ball after the jump from Cheska, closing the gap a little bit. I think this match could be really close, but it's gonna depend a lot on the break. If a lot of things are gonna cluster up, I would say Rubelin is the favorite. But if things are starting to be open and a couple dry breaks, I would say Cheska has a little extra to it. So yeah, I think we can go many ways so far.
You make a great point. Now, would you suggest, if you were coaching these ladies, would you suggest to Rubelin to break more tactically and break from the side than from the middle?
Well,
and that's where she's going.
I would find it very surprising if she wouldn't do it. If she would break from the center and leave it open, I would be surprised.
Yep. Game number 4 in this race to 4. Down 2 games to 1. Rubelin AMIT with the dry break. Fortunately, the 1 ball's covered. Will she just go with the jump? She's aggressive enough, and it's not a bad jump. No, she's going to push out.
Well, maybe she's laying the jump a little easier. No. Surprisingly, actually, because we both know how bad she wants to shoot.
How bad she wants to shoot and how well she jumps, too. She does a good job with that short cue. Pot here. done without that nibble. No. You think she
Well,
puts the cue ball by the 3?
yeah, she has to. Some players would try to bank this, but again, no value on banking it. Just gotta make
Yeah, the 3
sure
balls.
she doesn't. If she bumps a 6, she might leak the 2 ball. So it's very important to at least go underneath.
She's got to get pretty close to the 7 ball, but she can't risk hitting it. And just as you called it, she bumps the 6, and it's not going to be no bueno.
Still, this is such a tough shot. Queuing over the 6. We'll have to get minimum to the side pocket. A little bump on the 9, but how well has she hit that? Sometimes the things she does is unbelievable. Oh, needs a little bump here.
And the E she does it with, Tim. She makes it look so easy.
Would you reckon she kicks the 4 off the 7 in the side?
That looks good. Either that or with a 3-rail kick too, because she could get safe with that. With this, I don't think there's a safety part of it. And watch her get right behind those balls, just to and she does get safe with that.
I was gonna say, she's like, let me show George wrong.
That's exactly right. She heard me, I think. I get a kick out of that. It always happens that way.
Well, Chris
Folks, we like to have
said,
fun, Tim and I.
Chris Reinhold in the commentary just said in our last match, he said, I got too scared saying, like, predicting while they're shooting because I feel they're trying to, like, show me wrong every time. It's like jinxing. It's like, I'm not doing it no more.
I was actually listening in, and I heard that. I heard you guys talk about that. I got a good chuckle.
Well,
yeah, I thought you guys did a good job with that match.
The next match I do with you, it exactly happens like within the full set. Like coincidence or not,
okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not afraid of being shown up. It happens a lot. It's okay with me. In fact, I would be surprised if who wants to be right all the time? No fun in that.
No, it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
So, George, where is she gonna play shape on the 8?
Let me see what their angle looks like. Will she go right by the 10 on the upper side? She's looking to, if she looks at that window, she's got to have a great angle on this 7. She's going to play right through the window. She just had a great angle on it, and she looked around and found what she needed. Look how efficiently she moves this cue ball. This is for a 3-1 lead in a race to 4.
Yeah, very clever play.
She does get.
She's on the hill.
Yeah.
Jessica Centeno, the Flash, is showing us why her nickname is the Flash.
Mm-hmm. And the Pro Billiards Series sponsors are Predator Group, Kamui, Yalin, Samsung TV Plus, Little Monster, Medalla Light. The local sponsors are Puerto Rico Tourism Company, Discover Puerto Rico, Popular, District Puerto Rico, Walmart, and Lotería de Puerto Rico. In fact, Tim, I was very impressed when you read off Lotería de Puerto Rico. You made it sound just like that, like you were there.
Well, it said the little stripe on the eye, so I thought it should be at least Lotería. Lotería.
Lotería.
Yeah. It has something to it. There was a little stripe.
Yeah. That was great. Did a great job.
Thank you, sir. Let's go back to Jessica Centeno. Breaking to finish off this first set.
Three ball, will it make it? It's spinning. Ooh.
She does have plenty of balls moving. I just feel maybe she is overcutting it a little bit, or like she should move the cue ball around, I feel. Like the way she's been breaking, I like it. It's just that, yeah, it's like you change the lines of the balls leaving the rack depending on where you break. So she'll have to move around a little bit. Well, she's kicking again. Rubelin is really trying to hang in there. Many saves. Again, gets the hit and... Oh, look at his safety. I don't think there's any sense in jumping.
Jump kick. It could work. Because if she happens to be able to stick the ball, she has cover.
Well, as long as you play enough high ball, top left, catch it full, it should stick. Oh, I didn't like the one rail.
Well, she might have been trying to play two and kick it from underneath. It didn't. She didn't miss it by much. She looked up to see where it might go.
Yeah, I just think that to kick two rails, it was a pretty big ball. And with the two sent up table, or the one, excuse me, I think it was the one. I think she had a decent chance, two rails, but doesn't matter now. All that matters is what is Jessica doing here. This is to win the first set, to close it out.
Six goes by the eight, so it doesn't look impossible.
Yeah, there's not so much to add on her running game. Like, she, in general, leaves herself nice angles, stays on the good side of the ball most of the time. I mean, like now she gets straight, but she can already draw into the long rail and out to play the 9 in the top left corner. Would have been nice to get a little bit more off the rail.
Yeah, so she can level out her cue instead of elevate. It's that elevation there can cost you sometimes. But
She just really just...
rock and fire, baby.
What am I complaining about, you know? It's like... Nah, she hit that beautiful. Great shot on the 9.
Yeah.
And deserves to win the first set, in my opinion. Not that Rubelin played bad, but... Yeah, just couldn't hang with Jessica outshooting her this set.
Go for a break. I'll read off some of the scores here for you going on in this final 16. We have all 8 matches being played. And at the very top, you got Han Yu, 1-0 over Bean Hung from New Zealand. Pia Filler trailing 2-1 against Jasmine Ocean in the first set. Wei Wei, 2-1 in the first set over Fu Jiang. Say her last name for me. Jiang Fang. Then Christina Tkach trailing 3-1 to Olivia Zaluska. Chihiro Kawahara trailing 2-0 over Seo Seo. And Sophia Mast 1-0 against Silviana Liu. What a tournament this young lady from the U.S. is having. She was just in New Zealand, and she won the Junior World Championships at the age of 16. And here she is in the Women's World 10-Ball Championships, and she's in the final 16 leading one of the top players in the world, Silviana Liu. Of course, you were watching Rubelin and Cheska. But Choche leads 3-2 over Maite Ropero from Spain. That brings them down. You've had a chance to go over the stats that Mike Salmon puts on for us, the pool stat guy. And you see the table time at the table, 56% overall performance, again by Cheska, leading there. Break success, again leading in that category. Shot after break, leading in that category. Leading in the fouls, offensive fouls, she has none. Rubelin has 2. Missed shots, Cheska's missed 1. Rubelin has yet to miss a ball. And safety efficiency, she does trail there. And we have seen Rubelin be more effective at the efficiency. But then look at the safety returns, 7-6. Cheska, that's what is working for Cheska. The safety returns. Tim, your 2 cents?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's quite showing why Cheska won this first set. I mean, it's not based on missing balls all over. It's just the really small little details like the break. Like Cheska has kicked a couple balls and left Rubelin, just too tough, or she played a really good kick. I mean, it depends. Sometimes you're a little lucky. But yeah, I feel Rubelin just not always hit the kicks perfect. But yeah, you cannot expect to hit them perfect too. It was a battle until Cheska started to break a run. That's where she took off a little bit.
Pointed that out. You said the difference here is going to be the break. And that's exactly what's developed.
Yeah, and
So-
still many things can happen. You know, if Cheska starts breaking the balls and now everything starts clustering up, then we could see completely the opposite. We could see Rubelin winning the set 4-1 because she can run the balls similar to what Cheska does. So in that case, we still have a very close match here. It's not like Cheska won the first set that will be done in an hour or two. Like, we could still be in this for a long while.
In addition, this isn't 2 out of 3 sets. This is 3 out of 5 sets. So that'll make a difference. Well, they are playing on some of the best equipment in the world. You have the Predator Apex 9-foot tables, the Predator Arcadia Reserve Cloth, the Predator Arcos balls, which are my favorite, the Predator Aeroracks, and of course even the Predator bridges. The arena. See that logo on the back there on the right? It says Box Billiards. They've partnered with Predator to do some great things and move the World 10-Ball Championship men's to Vietnam in September of 2025. Meanwhile, this young lady is starting off set number 2.
Well, I gave the example of when things would start to tie up, but in the contrary, what has happened is she made a ball on the break. She's got the shape on the 1 with natural angle to stun in between the 2 and the 9. Then it's only to work up till the 5. This is not a bad chance to take the first game already.
And the 4 lies very nice to get on the 5. She has her choice on how to get there. She's going to play that window.
Just gotta make sure you play the window and leave yourself that angle to the short rail so you can bounce out. I think she has done that. Or if she got in straight, oh well, she could go forward to play the 6 in the top left. Yeah, center
I like
of the
the way
table
she
probably.
runs strokes. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the
Very
thing.
quiet.
The first set really has made her so comfortable that she doesn't really have to align much anymore. Like she's getting to where her arm is feeling straight. She feels comfortable. The way she's striking the ball feels good. This is probably the best feeling in pool. Anytime.
Zone getting in the zone is the best feeling in pool. All you see is blue cloth, the balls, and no one around the table. Game number 1 to Centeno. The Flash is doing just that. At lightning speed, walking right through the racks. Her break was, as you mentioned, from the middle, aggressive. It spread the balls perfect. Things are working in her favor. And what Rubelin was trying to accomplish was to keep her in the seat and frustrate her a little bit by not giving her shots. The break has erased that.
Yeah, I mean, on the other side, of course, Rubelin would like to make 3 balls on the break and get shape and run out, but that's just not what has happened on her break. And when things clustered up, she said, okay, let's try to slow Jessica down. So she's wanting to run out. I don't want to make it sound like she's trying to slow down the game and slow down Jessica's stroke. Like, if it happens to go like that, sure, but oh, that 4 ball, yeah, makes a 4. Look at the shape on the 1. This is what I mean. Like,
and everything's open.
She is a run-out monster. If she can get on the 2 ball, I mean, if you close your eyes a couple times, this run-out is done. As long as she gets on the 2 ball, nice. Could play the 2 in the right side pocket, top right spin. Well, I think she got ideal. She can float forward, tic-tac-toe. Maybe the 8 to the 9, depending on how she gets there, but yeah, things are just laying really good.
The break is working. And to tell you the truth, in Austria, this is how she looked when she got in stroke.
Well, that's the thing. In the end, the main objective of playing pool is to shoot the balls in the pocket. So even though there's a lot of strategy to it, the player that breaks the best and gets the best layouts also has a really good chance to come out as winner. And it sounds really
Especially
obvious, but I've seen this,
especially at this level. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a big difference. Well, has to be careful not to be touching that 10 ball there. Yeah, I had to spin the ball, awkward cueing. First real mistake there from Cheska. Did not get ideal shape on the 8.
Now tell me you will play this 8 ball by that 10. It's a big pocket. No, she's playing safe. Size of that pocket, I would not have hesitated to play that 8 ball. But
I
if
didn't
you look at
mind
her
banking
shot,
that.
yeah.
Well, a little chance there for Rubelin to change some momentum in this set, but so far looking to go Cheska's way. She's up 2-0 this second set.
And let me say that Polish name one more time. Poskosilova. Eva Poskosilova. That's fun to say. I remember the first time I watched Miszko Fortuński play. I loved saying his name. That was at the U.S. Open in Vegas.
Well, I have good news and bad news, George.
Okay. The good news first, please.
Well, you're close on her name.
You say it then.
But but also she's not from Poland. She's from Czech Republic.
No, she's from.
Yeah,
I
you
was
just said Poland. I had to correct you there.
Oh, I said Miško from Poland, or did I say Poland? Okay.
Oh, well, now I got confused. It's okay. Let's go back.
Well, that's easily done, but call him out,
Oh.
Tim.
Well, we have to find something to argue about. That's what we do.
We're not arguing. I'm just dissing you, but.
Okay. Well, look at this break. Look at this break. It's just for Ruben. It's like if it rains, it pours right now. If you're Ruben in the
Yes.
chair, like it feels like it just doesn't stop. Now, yeah, key shot. How can you call it key shot? To get from the 5 to the 6 is the toughest, and there's so many ways to get there.
Middle of the tape. It's something you said there that rang a bell, and it's when it rains, it pours. With this young lady, when she starts playing this way, the only thing that can happen is it will get worse for Rubelin. Did miss a ball. I pretty much doubt she's going to miss another one. She's got a tough position here.
Yeah, she keeps bumping balls, like from the 5 to the 6, and now the 6 to the 7. We'll have to play this with inside, a lot tougher. Needs a bump on the 9. She gets the bump on the 9 there. Still a little longer. Could have held the cue ball, but she likes to put some pace in the ball. Well, and talking about straight shooting. 3-0 is coming.
Says,
nothing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Rubelin looks up at her and said, "Stop it, kid." That was the look she just gave when the camera went by her. Kind of what it looked like.
Well, there's really nothing Rubelin can do at this moment. Like, Česká is playing well. Rubelin had one visit to the table this set. She's down 3-0. The break has been favoring Česká. Yeah, but I cannot even explain how much. Like, it's just such a big advantage she has at the moment.
See if Rubelin can come out of this double hill break that Česká is going to be playing and win this second set. I'm sorry, it's not a double hill. We have a third set. In the first part of it, it would have been a double hill break. Final 16, it's 3 of 5 sets. Having some sound issues. And a dry break. Timely dry break.
Yeah, you would always see that when she has a dry break, Rubelin gets to the table with shape on the 1, and there's no way she can open up the 2 and the 3. So she will have to play a safety on that. Let's see, is she gonna try and go 3 rails with the cue ball to stick behind the 10?
This angle, she might. Is she able? She's looking to see if she can play the combo, or is she looking to see where the 2 ball's going to go? Oh, she's playing the 2 ball off the 3.
Wow, what a shot that would be.
She was playing the 3-ball. It didn't look like it. She had to hit the other side of the 2-ball to be playing the 3. So she was playing the safety. She just tied the balls up. Playing the cue ball behind the 10-ball here.
Or she might just nick the 2 behind the 5 and get the cue ball to the short rail. There's not so many options here. Or shoot the 2 off the 5 to the corner where the 10 is laying and you draw the cue ball back. No. Oh, look at how well she's played the 5 in between. Is there a 2-5 kick?
Is she going to try to kick underneath it, or... Oh, she's going to go there. She's kicking the cue ball 2 rails at that 2. Beautiful hit. Beautiful hit. And what has the cue ball done? I think Cheska will waste no time in banking this ball.
Oh yeah, all day long. I love how she makes these kind of shots look like they're hangers, you know? It's so nice.
Now, if she would have heard that comment, she would probably respond by saying, "You mean they're not?"
Yeah, and I know. Okay, has to be careful here. I don't know if the 6 goes to the bottom right. If it does, she's got plenty of room. If it doesn't, she have to play pinpoint shape. No, it's wide open. This is what I mean. Like, every time she gets to the table, it's not so much struggle.
These 3 balls to be ahead 2 sets to 0 and only giving up 1 game in those 8 racks, 9 racks.
Well, that's set number 2. Jessica Centeno. Within an hour, she's 2-0 up in sets. And looking for a place in the quarterfinals soon if she keeps playing like this. I'm not sure if Rubelin can find a way to stop her.
Do it from the chair. All right, some of the other scores. Cho Che-yu just won the first set over Maite Ropero, 4 games to 2. Silviana Liu is now 1 game in the second set, down to Sophia Mast after losing the first set. Seo Sea, 3 games to 1 over Chihiro Kawahara. Olivia Zaluska, 3 games to 2 over Christina Tekach, the Crystal. Wei Wei tied at 2 in the first set versus Fu. Jasmine Ocean, 2 games to 1 over Pia Filler. And Han Yu has won the first set and leads by a game in the second over Bin Hang. Let's make sure that I thought maybe I hadn't updated my screen, but we're good. 7 ball? No. Wide open table? I break. Will Cheska flash this rack too?
Well, let's see if she plays the one in the side or in the corner. Corner could go top left. Yeah.
She is
too
comfortable.
much angles. So she'll have to go to the left side of the 3.
She is comfortable. This is when she is the most dangerous.
Yeah, only thing where she has to be careful is probably the 7 to the 8. Because you're gonna try and get quite straight on the 8, but you don't want to hook yourself by accident.
Keep in mind, folks, that it is winner breaks during the set, but they alternate breaks for the set. For instance, Rubelin won the lag, so she breaks in the first set. Centeno breaks in the second. And as you just saw, Rubelin broke. Did Rubelin break? Yeah, Rubelin broke, and she broke dry. And that's why there was an alternation of breaks.
Well,
Now see, if
and
all
another run
players,
out.
yeah, if all players played at this speed and the racks took 3 minutes, Pool would have a lot more viewers.
Yeah, but most of the people are not even physically able to do whatever she is doing.
Not
Then
for a
let's
long
say
period
just-
of time.
And then let's say skill wise too. Like it's not just skills, it's just physically. Yeah, most of them they just are not capable of doing that.
You mean you have to practice at this game, Tim? You have to work at it? Gosh.
No, you have to be able to run around the table for 2 hours straight.
And have the instincts that young lady coming to the table has. She has fantastic instincts for this game, and she is just such a flowing player. Second game of the third rack. Third set, excuse me.
Well, here we go again.
3 ball
Makes-
stuff position-wise.
Yeah, she makes the 8 in the corner. Trickier layout than before. But if she can make the 1 in the corner, not scratch, and then cross over from the 2 in between the 3-9. Well, she is not going to like this.
Are on a 30-second time clock with a 30-second extension. Oh, she played the combo by the way she missed that.
Yeah, because she felt like if she made the 2 ball like that, she was never going to make the 3-9. So if she had made a combo, she could have done something with the 3.
It's not going to be good. Still no way to get to the 3. See? Chris is right.
Yeah, I was gonna say is, I'd rather just not say anything at this point. Just
Oh. That was a very good shot to stun over. She was rather straight, but she must have cheated the pocket to get that angle to go over there. These are 4 1/4 inch pockets, so there's not much cheating going on.
well, I would have liked to play that probably in the side. She said, "Well, let me make that in the corner." Yeah, what do we need to give Rubelin a bit of momentum?
A shot.
Well, there's
Right
also
at
no
an
way.
hour.
There's no way that
Go ahead.
Rubelin can be disappointed too at this point. Like it's just.
It's out of her hands. We're right at an hour, and the score is 2-0, 2 games to 0 in the third set. This is fast pool. This is the fastest match I've seen yet. In the third game of the third set, leading 2 games to 0.
Well, a little bit of cut on the break. Still makes the 6. And if that 2 ball hangs over the corner, she might have a 1-2 combination and can continue.
You made a point at the beginning of this match, Tim, that the break would be the difference. Let me give you an example of how right you were. In the first set, Rubelin had 50% of her breaks, but for the match she's at 33%. Cheska is at 75% for the match, 100% in the third set, 75% in the second, and 67% in the first set. Paul's pocket is she's at 94 for the match versus 16.
Well, she has pushed to a little, well, easier, I would say, position. And Rubelin probably looks at the shot going, well, if I give it back, she's going to play the 1-2 combination. She is going to play it. The thing is also, even though you might think she might not have shape after, she'll just place and solves it if she doesn't get the shape. To where some players beforehand would say, I don't know about this shot, what if? She already shot it. Well, opportunity for Rubelin. This is a good chance. Oh, I don't think she was trying to make that one. This 2 ball is super tough to get to the 3. Might be able to zigzag like 2 or 3 long rails with low left. Oh, she was still able to go around the angles. How does she get on the 3? It's too soft.
The little stat for the power of the flash. Rubelin has yet to foul. Second. I was wrong there. She had 2 fouls in the first set. Other than that, she has yet to foul. Cheska has not fouled at all. She's just overall player performance. Set number 2 is 951. 951 in set number 3 so far. Versus 714 for Rubelin, 33% in set number 2, and 615 for the match versus 888. You said Rubelin is not doing anything wrong. Cheska is just doing everything right.
Well, up to that 3-ball, she has, well, I'm not rooting for anybody, but she has finally missed the ball in 3 sets. Oh, look at how far she is on the 5. She hasn't been shooting many balls. What a strike that was. You gotta say, you gotta give it to her under the gun to come up with that 5-ball. She's played the 7-ball great after.
Stay on the
So,
board.
Yeah, Rublin. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, wow, that's a momentum killer. That's a foul for taking the ball out. Taking the ball out before the cue ball stopped rolling.
Well, there is still
He doesn't want to do
a
it.
there is still an opportunity. Oh, well, there's still a chance that Cheska says, you know, just never mind. You know, she might miss the 10 or like.
Get up and foul.
The thing is that most of the players, I mean, everybody has been told so. Everybody knows this. She just have been too quick.
I think she's just going to go ahead and foul.
No.
She took the game. I would be tempted in a case like that, especially playing your own country person, to just go ahead and touch the cue ball with my cue and make it a foul and let her shoot the 10 ball in. She earned that game, especially with that great shot on the 5 with the drawback.
Well, George, today I learned a new word, and I think that's exactly how I can express my feelings.
Okay?
I am bumfuzzled.
Bumfuzzled? Where did you
I am
find that
bumfuzzled.
word? That's a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, yeah, somebody sent it to me, but I loved it.
Alrighty. Now I can say sometimes when something goes wrong that's kind of crazy, that was bumfuzzling.
Well, I like flabbergasted or bumfuzzled. You know, it's not bad.
I think I like bumfuzzled better than flabbergasted.
Yeah, but you speak English your whole life. Okay, last call for Rubelan here. Try break from Cheska.
Do a great job with your English, Tim.
Well, at some point, this is where like it can be so tough mentally too for Rubelan because she's down so far that you know she doesn't want to feel like a lollygag. Like she doesn't really want to feel like she hasn't been shooting any good shots or like that she didn't really have any input in the match. She wants to make it a match. That's just sometimes it's tough to watch. I hope she gets out here.
Ouch. No,
Oh no.
she wanted to go all the way over her position in the side instead of just stunning the ball over for position in the corner. And that caused her to take that out of the pocket.
Yeah, I gotta feel a little bit for Rubelin, but on the contrary, you should say bravo to Cheska if she runs this out. Deserved winner of this last 16.
She proceeds to run these out, which more than likely she will. She outplayed Rubelin in every aspect of the game, especially the break. Because as soon as you give this young lady an open rack, it's over. Side pocket maybe? No, perfect. Fantastic match from Cheska Centenio to move into the quarterfinals. Rubelin, a nice tournament, and she's had a great last couple of years. But this one belongs to the defending champion, Cheska Centenio. Tim, what was your thoughts on this match?
Well, I don't think I could have worded it any better. She was outstanding, came up with the big shots. Yeah, Rubelin. I feel Rubelin was a little bit unlucky too. Just wasn't getting nice positions also after the break. So it's also sometimes how pool goes, and they're still talking about the little foul thing that happened with the making the 10 and grabbing the cue ball early. I'm quite sure both players, they don't like it, but well, we just have to get strict rules, I guess. So, well, anyways, we will be back in, I believe,
Someone in the chat, sorry, Tim, someone in the chat made a good point. We'll be back in at 4 p.m. Tucson time, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Puerto Rican time. But someone in the chat made a good point and said, you know, as a player, just let the referee do their job and don't touch the balls, walk away from the table. And then that foul will never happen. But thank you everyone for joining in. We enjoy your input in the YouTube chat and we enjoy your viewing. Stick around. We have a lot of great pool coming up. So we'll see you at 7 p.m. Puerto Rican time. Come back and see us. George Teacea and Tim de Reuter